Well, there you are. Hey, looks like you got a test coming up. Let's do this together. Let's get you nice and ready so you can walk into there knowing everything about ratios, unit rates, percentages. It'll be magical. It'll be awesome. Let those answers just fly around. So yeah, get a big glass of water, handful of trail mix. Let's go to work. Make sure you solve these problems before we do them, just so you can have a handful of problem solving going on here. Anyway, let's move on. All right, so problem number one, I got concert tickets and I got money. So I'm gonna do a little rate table. So I got money and I got tickets. A little rate table. So it looks like it's 3 tickets cost $45. So I'm gonna come down to the unit rate. So $1, so 45 divided by 3 is 15. All right, so that's my unit rate. That's per 1 ticket. And if I know that, then I can find 5 tickets. All right. So 1 times 5 is 5. 15 times 5 is 75. So 5 tickets will be $75. At this rate, how much will 12 cost? So 12, I need 12 tickets. So I can go from the 3 to get to the 12, or I can go 1. So I can do 1 times 12, 3 times 4. Yeah, whatever it's going to take me up there. I just know it's $15 per ticket. And that'll get me that'll cost me like $180 for those 12 tickets. Let's keep going. Plot thickens. Claire bought some stuff at the grocery store. All right, so I'm gonna have to build these things. Looks like division is gonna get me there because this is unit rate. So this is cost per egg. So cost per egg. Whatever I want one of needs to go on the bottom. And I wanna know how much one egg is. So $5.94 divided by 18 is gonna be 33 cents. Well, let's see, cost per pound, okay? So money per pound, so 375 divided by 5. 375 divided by 5 is 75 cents. Now what do we got here? Let's see, cost per roll. So cost per roll, so 750 divided by 6. And I tend to do this thing so I put them in the right order, because if I build them the other direction, I might divide this wrong. So sometimes after you get done dividing, look and see if your answer is reasonable. You'll know if you divided it wrong, because your answer will be ridiculous. Yeah, sometimes it will. So looks like each roll is $1.25. Let's do this one. Cost per orange. So cost per orange. 675 divided by 15. 675 divided by 15 is 45 cents. Yes, good job, way to go. All right, we got some people biking a little bit here. Andrea, so let's talk about Andrea first. Okay, so it looks like I have miles, and then it looks like it is hours, so miles per hour. So we know that Andrea goes 5 miles in 1.7 hours. Okay. Oh, and I need to go 15. Oh, easy peasy. That's just times 3. So 1.7 times 3 is 3.1. So the answer is 3.1 hours. Nice. Let's do Noah. So Noah also has miles, and he also has hours. So miles, up in the original story here, we see that he goes 5 miles in 1.9 hours, and we just need to get to 15. So times 3. 1.9 times 3 is so 5.7 hours. Yeah. Good stuff. Next page. Look at this, we're flying. Let's see, sailfish. I'm not sure what that is. It's probably tasty though. So sailfish can swim 90 meters in 3 seconds. So I see that right here. And how far can the sailfish go in 1 second? So it looks like we're finding the unit rate again. I'm gonna break this up. So 3 to 1 hours. Okay, so 90 I'm gonna divide into groups as well. So 90 divided by my groups is gonna be 30, 60. All right, yeah, because I divided by 3 because there's 3 sections here. So there's my answer. My unit rate is right there. Nice. Looks like it's 30 meters per second. Wow, that's a fun way to spell second. Number 5, a grocery store is having a sale on peaches. 5 pounds of peaches are sold for $10.95. So let me build that thing out. So I have peaches and I have money. So what do I know? I know it's 5 peaches for $10.95. I'm gonna go ahead and find the unit rate. So I'm gonna take my $10.95 and divide it into 5 groups and see that it's $2.19 per one, and I need to find 11. So I need to find 11. So I can do this a couple different ways. I can do 1 times 11 and do 219 times 11, or I could get, I can do this. I can do 2 5s and then 1 1, and that'll get me up to 11. A couple different ways to do this. Yep. But 1 times 11 is 11. $2.19 times 11 is $24.09. That's how much 11 peaches are. Crazy. Actually, maybe it's probably a pretty good deal. All right. Ooh, percents. At school, 30% of the 6th grade students said that football was their favorite sport to watch. Okay, so at 30%, we have 60 students. So I'm going to number line this thing just to see a little better. So if this is 100%, oh, that's 1,000. Don't want that. That's 100%, and this is 0. I know that at 30%, I have 60 students. So that means I can take that 60 and divide it by 3 to get 10%. So that's 40 and 20. So now that I know 10%, I can jump all the way to 100% with times 10. And I can take 20 times 10 and get all the way up to 200. Yeah, so I took my 30%, got it down to 10%, kind of a unit rate kind of style here. And I used that to get all the way up to 100. Nice. Another way I could have done this too is I could have gone from the 20 to the 100, just multiply it differently. There we go. Which is a better deal. I always want a better deal. I like a better deal. So I got money and I got meals. So the first one is $26.40 for 4 meals. One meal is $26.40 divided by 4 is $6.60. Let's do the next one. We're going to use the unit rate. So I've got $30.90 divided by 6, which is going to be 1 meal, is $5.15. So this is the better deal, which is the 6-meal one. Make sure I'm answering the question I'm asking. Nice. All right, let's keep going. There's a 20% sale off on cell phones. Yay. If someone saves $85 on a cell phone. Okay, let's try this a couple different ways. I'm going to try a number line to see if this can help me get there. So if this is 100%, and we got 0%, and I know that 20% off is $85. So 20% off is $85. So that means, well, that means 10%. 10% is always helpful. $42.50. So I got a couple different ways to do this. I can then jump right from the 20. I need 5 of them. So let's see. I can do this right here. I don't even need the unit rate for this one because 20 times 5 gets me all the way up to 100. So 85 times 5 gets me up to $425. Yeah, there it is. That's the price. Let's move along. Let's keep going. Don't stop. 5%. 5 is what percent of 25? Okay, I'm going to use a little number line to help me. Okay, so I know that 5 is what percent of 25? So 25 is my total. And I can break this into 1, 2, 3, 4 groups, and here's a 5. And that's 0. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. All right, now let me find the percent of this amount right here. And it looks like that is 20%. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 90, 100%. Yeah, so the answer is 20%. Letting the number line kind of help me guide that a little bit. 20 is what percent of 40? Okay, I can kind of see the answer already, but if I know this is 40, which is 100%, 20% is right there, which is right in the middle. Actually, 20 is right in the middle, which is going to be 50%. Let's see if this guy can help me on. 8 is what percent of 32? So I'm going to go 32 here. And where does 8 land? How many 8s are in 32? Looks like I got right here, and this one's going to be 8. All right. So then my goal is I got to try to find what percent that is. So it looks like there's 1, 2, 3, there's 4 groups. Oh, that's going to be 25%. So 25%. Yeah, nicely done. Number 10, let's keep going. Kieran has 75% of $30. Andrea has 25% of $60. Who has more money? Well, let's figure this out. I'm going to number line this a little bit. Okay, so $30, and Kieran has 30% of that. Oh, no, she has 75% of that, so I got to break this into these groups. All right, so of 30, 30 divided by 4 is 7.5, so that's 25%. And then 50% is 15, and 75% is 22.5. All right, so there's that one, Mom. Let's do Andrea. Okay, number line a little bit. So we have 25% of $60. So 100% is $60. 60 divided by 4, because it's 4 sections. So 60 divided by 4 puts me right here at 15. That's 25%. All right, so who has more money? Oh, here it is. Let's make sure we answer the question, though. Kieran thinks he has more money, but Andre thinks he has it. Come on, who's right? Oh, Kieran's right. Kieran's so right. Has more money. Nice job, Kieran. All right, let's keep going. We got this. Maybe take a break. Go get a breather. Go get a glass of water. Another handful of trail mix. And then get back into this. Don't forget to pause it, though, so I'm not sitting here talking to myself. All right, 200 is what percent of 40? Again, I'm going to use number lines to kind of help me see the answer. So 200 is what percent of 40? 200 is what percent of 40? So I know that 40 represents 100%, right? So that would mean 80 represents 200%. See what I'm doing there? And I can keep jumping here. So 40, 80, 200%. So 160 gets me all the way up to 400%. I'm getting close. So I'm going to throw another 40 on there. So which is 200, which is like 500. This is actually 500%. Number lines help us see it. You gotta let them help you out. 40 is 200% of what number? So I'm gonna use that number line again. Put on here. So 40 is 200% of what number? So what we got here? So 40 represents 200%. So I just need to get to 100%, which is half of it. Easy peasy, right? Look at that. The answer is 20. What number is 40% of 200? I find most students, if anything, just don't know what the question is asking, so slow yourself down and kind of use it. Use a number line, kind of guide you a little bit. What number is 40% of 200? Okay, so 200 is my 100%, right? And 50% right here is 100. But that really doesn't help me. Maybe if I find 10%. So this is 10%. So 10% of 200 is 20. So 40% is going to be times 4, which is going to be times 4. 20 times 4 is 80. What number is 40% of 200? 80 is. Nice. All right, select all the expressions whose value is larger than 200. Well, 1% of 3,000 is, got to move the decimal 2 places, so that's 30. 20% of 200, well, 10% is just move the decimal 1 space over, which is 200. So 20% is double that. So that's 400. 50% of 450, so half of 450 is 225. 25% of 400, so I'm going to take 400 and divide it by 4, getting those 4 groups, which will be 100. 150% of 150 is, so I got to get 150, which is 100%, and that 50% I need to half that. So 150 divided by 2 is going to be 75. So I got to add those together, and I'm at like 225. I think so. 200% of 80, so I'm going to take 80 and I'm going to double it. That gets me up to 160. 500% of 50, holy beans. So if 50 is 100%, I need 5 sets of those. So that gets me up to 250. Yay! What's the question? Oh, what value is larger than 200? So let's see. B is larger than 200. C is larger. D is not. E is larger. And G is larger. Yes. Good job. Number 13. Oh, keep at it. You're doing awesome. Look at that. There you go. Let's do this. Maybe let's move to a different spot. Go to a different place in your house. Go to the backyard. Yeah, let's go play with the neighbor's dog for a few seconds. All right, now back at this. All right, let's see what we're doing here. Maya spent 96 minutes practicing the guitar over the weekend. Drea practiced drums for 125 as much. Okay, so we're going to take that 96 minutes and we're going to divide it into 4 groups to find out what is 25%. So 96 divided by 4 is 24. Now 24 is what 25% is. Now 125% needs, so 100% is 96 plus 25%, which is 24. And that's 120 minutes. Yes. Okay, Jada practiced the keyboard for 25%, or 75% of that. Okay, so I'm gonna take my original 25%, which is 24, and I need 3 of them to get me up to that 75%. And that's 72 minutes. All right, yeah. I'm turning it into things that help me solve this. So let's do this one. Last Seder, 180 people, okay, 52%. All right, so I've got adults, I've got teenagers, and I've got children. So I'm gonna go to the decimal model for this one. So I'm gonna do 52%. So I can find 50% and then 2 1%. That would be a great way to do it. And for this one, I can find 10% and then 2%, which can work for that one. For this one, I can find 10% and triple it. Find 10%, cut it in half to get 5%, and do the 1% and keep adding all those different little pieces together. A couple different ways to do it. I could also take the 52% and turn it into a decimal, which is 0.52. I could take 36% and turn it into the decimal, 0.36. And I can take 12% and turn it into a decimal, which is 0.2. And I just do some multiplying. So 52% of 1,825 is 949 people. 36, handwriting's terrible here. Okay, 36% of 1,825 is going to be 657, and 12% of 1,825 is 219. And if you add all those together, you do get 1,825, which is the correct answer. Nicely done. Way to go, you. 40% of 80, let's see. 80 divided by 5 is going to get me 20%. 80 divided by 5 is 16. And I need a couple of those. Oh, 40%, I need to double that. Yeah, which is 32. Nice. A couple different ways to do that. 75% of 9, so I'm going to take that 9 and divide it by 3. To get 3, that's 25%. I'm going to triple it to get me up to 75%. So that's going to get me 12. What percent of 100 is 27? What percent of 100 is 27? Oh, well, it's 27%. Because percents are out of 100. Yeah, it's 27. Oh, yeah, easy peasy. So 60. So I'm going to take 60 and divide it in groups of 10 to find out what is 10%. So it's 60. 30% is 3 of them. So I need 3 of those. So 6 times 3 is 18. 20% is of 8. Okay, so I'm going to take the 8. 20% of some number is 8. So I'm going to take the 8. And I am going to multiply that by 5. And I'm going to get 40. 20% of 40 is 8. Yeah, totally true. Let's do the next one. 50% of 70. Oh, it's just half of it, which is 35. There you go. Nice. Good job. Number 16. Let's keep going here. Shopper, 12 rolls. We got 2 packs. All right, so we got to pay attention to what's going on here. We got money and we got rolls. So it looks like I have $2.66 for 2 rolls, and 1 roll, I'm going to cut that in half. So it's $1.33 per roll. And then I've got $7.74 for 6 rolls, and I want to find the unit rate per 1 roll. So $7.74 divided by 6 is $1.29. So this guy is the better deal. Make sure I'm answering the question. So it's the 6-pack roll is a better deal. Last one. A digital file is, it's okay. I'm going to use a number line for this one. Help me out. A couple different ways to do this. So the digital file is 375 megabytes. The computer download rate is 5 meters per second, or 5 megabits per second. So if I do that, download for 30, okay, what percent of the file will be downloaded there? Oh, I'm trying to find 30 seconds. That's what I'm trying to do. So 30 seconds is right here. So 75, that's 50, there's 100% of it, there's 50% of it, here's 10% of it. So 10% of it is 37.5, okay? And right here, 50%, 10%, so we got 40%. 40% is gonna be like 150. That's actually not helping us at all. That really doesn't help us at all. We should work with the percents a little bit easier. I'm gonna go to 20%, because let's do that. Let's do 20%, because that's totally not helping. If 10% is 37.5, then 20%, if I double that, is gonna be 75 megabytes. That's it. And then 40% is gonna be double that. I can do all that stuff. So 5 megabits per second after 30. Why am I doing a number line? I'm gonna do 5 seconds for 30 seconds. It's 150. Oh, there it is. There's my number line. That's helpful. No, I see it. It's right there. I was thinking the number line is helpful because I got to get to this 150. It's right there, which is my 40% that I found earlier. So 150 is actually 40%. Holy beans. Sorry, that was kind of confusing. I'm trying a few different things. Sorry, folks. Hopefully you just went right to this thing, because that was a lot easier, because you got to the 150 and we just needed to see where 150 sat on my number line, and it sat at 40%. Whew. That was a little bit crazy. All right, hopefully that helped you guys out. I'm looking at my answer keys, and it looks like one answer is incorrect. Number 9 is not 75%. That should be, I believe, 25% is the correct answer for that one. All right, folks, good luck. You got this. Keep studying. You're the best. I'm going to go chase the neighbor with a panda suit on. Can't tell if he's going to run away or if he's going to run and hug me.